So this is a little different than what I usually do. Every year I do kind of like a predictions. I wouldn't really call it predictions, but I guess that's what people know it as. So we'll call it predictions. But I talk a little bit about, and usually I do this in a recording format. So here I am, no makeup, New Year's Eve. Decided to do it on a Zoom because I just wanted to see how this flows differently in this format. So it's already starting to come in. So let me just tell you what this process is. And I'm recording this because I want to be able to show the process. We all talk about being a channel. And it's sometimes very confusing to people. They think, oh my God, a channel, it's such a big responsibility. Am I really a channel? We all are. We're all a conduit to connecting to the divine. And the information that comes in for us is all pure and divine. So I just wanted to make sure that when I start this, I explain that because I think sometimes we put a lot of emphasis on words that we use, and channel is one of those. So people take channel as a huge responsibility, which it is, but they also just assume that it's not something that they can do. They channel their work, they channel written word, they channel information for themselves, but they don't think about channeling information for the world or globally, or what it means to actually allow that to flow through your body, the physical body, the physical mind, to be able to discern the difference between what's coming in as a channel and what's actually coming through as your thoughts. So when we say channel, I say that loosely, but at the same time, it is a big responsibility. And so I'm just going to kind of preface this by saying that these are the things that I do to open myself to the divine, to connect and to allow myself to really allow the information to flow through me, through the physical body, through the mind, and to be able to discern. The discerning kind of happens on its own, which it's starting to happen right now. I can feel a strong sensation in my head. It's just, like a pulling in my head. And this is something that opens me up. When I start to look off, it's because I'm connecting. Okay, and so there's usually a ritual that I would do. I don't have to do that so much anymore because now I just connect when I'm ready. And I just ask for it and it starts to flow, which I'm starting to get a lot of pressure in my head as I say this. So I'm going to tell you as it's happening, what I'm feeling in my body as an empath, as well as what I'm noticing. Okay. So it's about noticing and being aware. So I usually start, if I were to try to open myself and I don't feel this, I feel like it's coming through. And so they want me to explain, Spirit wants me to explain to you how this is happening. I usually ask that the God outside of me and the God inside me come together, enhance my sense of awareness, bring forth the message and the information that is coming through me as a conduit, and that the messages that are clear and concise, and that they are there for others who need to receive, who are ready to receive in their own timing. It's important to take breaths. So that the information comes through clear and concise, and that all the information up front is clarification for the people who are listening, feeling into this and receiving the messages with absolute no harm to none, with only our highest intentions in this collective. And so it comes to me, and the first thing that's coming through is they want to talk a little bit about the pandemic and what we've been through over the last couple of years. And they're saying that, you notice that I start to speak very fast when this happens. So they're saying that the pandemic has been a time of refresh. That's one of our a course that Jan and I had together anyway, but it's a time of refresh. It's a time of renew. It's a time of starting over. They're also saying that it's important to look back at that time and understand that we are moving forward. This is not about looking back at that time with sadness. It's about moving forward with joy and this energy, a newfound energy that's coming through us. It was a cleansing. It was kind of like a watershed that happened over the last couple of years. And this watershed is what's moving us and propelling us into the year 2023. So know that this year is, Jan, my partner, keeps talking about this as a 7-year, and she's right. It is a 7-year. It's a spiritual awakening. It's a spiritual year for all of us. We are coming from this watershed, from this time where we rethought everything, the way we live, the way we talk to people, the way we use words, especially in our cultural settings, the way we use words. We've also come from a time where everything was very material. Prior to this watershed, things in our lives were very material, and now we're looking for the closer connection. We're looking for the human touch. We're looking for the ability to be in a collective where we are actually as one, thinking and moving as one. Unity. That's the theme for 2023 is unity. Spirit really would like us to be able to start to move together in a fashion where we support each other. They would like for us to use our higher power, our higher knowledge, our higher consciousness. And by doing so, we will support each other in a new way. We will really experience love in a new way. We'll experience each other in a new way. We will listen more. Instead of telling, we will be listening. So one of the things that Spirit wants us to concentrate on moving forward is really being within our own power. We talk about not allowing anyone to take our power. We talk about oneness. We talk about, really being empowered. And they're saying, let that go. It's time to move that to the side and truly come into that power. So in order to come into your power, and this is what they're saying, in order to come into your power does not necessarily mean that you are powerful and powerful over others, or that you are the most important thing. What they're saying is it's the complete opposite. Coming into your power is really, truly understanding the presence of yourself and being supportive and present for others. Now, they're saying that this, of course, is very contradictory to what we've been talking about the last couple of years, because the last couple of years, it's all been about self, coming into self. For me, 2022 was the year of relationship with self. Now they're saying the 2023, the 3 is coming into wholeness. So it's the body, mind, and spirit, not only of myself, but of the collective. And so they want us to come together as a collective to solve the world's woes. They just said woes. They're not giving me problems or issues. They're saying woes. There's so much out there. There's so many people out there that are still struggling. And they're asking, how did you come out of this last couple of years of watershed, this last pandemic, this last few years of change, drastic change? You're working different. You're living your life different. Families are interacting differently. Think about those things and think about how you're going to go forward. They really want to continue to bring up the word unity. And they're saying that unity is not only important for us individually. Oh, they're saying unite with yourself. Yes. So they do want that. They do want you to unite with yourself, but they also want you to unite with others in the collective. It's very, very important for people of like minds to come together And they say, yes, light minds, but also like minds to come together and to portray or push out or bring out the energies of the world. As we study energy and as we know more about how energy interacts with us, we're starting to understand empathic abilities. We're starting to understand clairvoyance. These things are becoming very commonplace words now. They used to be very different. Nobody understood them. Nobody really wanted to. It was kind of pushed back. And now what they're saying is they want people to understand that it's commonplace. Isn't that a beautiful thing? So Spirit's saying it's a beautiful thing that the world is more aware. The world is more awake. People are more awake. They're understanding the mindfulness, the consciousness, the things that are important in order to ascend to the next levels. And when they say ascension is very important here, but they also are saying that it's important to understand. I'm getting a very strong swirling feeling within my body that's making me feel as though a portal is opening, a vortex is opening. They're all around us, but we're ignoring them. We feel like it's something that happens in a sci-fi movie, but it's not. It's around you. It's all around you all the time. So they want you to really be conscious of that. And they want you to feel the energy as you walk through your life. So when you're walking through your life, in other words, when you get up in the morning and you're getting ready for work, or you're getting ready to go to an important Zoom meeting, or whatever it is you do for work, or whatever it is you do in your daily routines, feel the energy around you. As I say this, I get chills coming all the way up my body. And what they're saying is feel the energy around you, because those feelings of energy, that feeling of connection is what you need to stop and pay attention to. So they're getting a little bit bossy here, and this is not my nature. So just know that what they're saying is they really want to make it a point to tell you to stop and listen. They really want to make it a point to tell you to stop and meditate. But when you meditate, do it mindfully. So if you're meditating and you're sitting in silence, that's one thing. But if you're meditating and you're walking in the woods, you're gathering information. If you're meditating and you're writing in a book, your thoughts, you're releasing information. This is what they want you to do. They want you to practice. They want you to practice. So I feel this opening in my throat happening. It's been very clogged up this whole week, and I've been having problems with real dry mouth the last few nights. And I understand now, because now I have so much saliva, I don't know what to do with it. And what they're saying is that they want you to speak it out. They want you to speak it out more. So when you meditate, when you're in thought, when you're connecting with the divine, they want you to write it down. They want you to record it, as I'm doing. They want you to record it on a recorder or on your phone. They want you to take notes. They want you to be much more aware, because what this is doing is bringing you to that next level of awareness, but it's also raising the vibration for the collective, your collective. This is not about me and my feelings about how groups work together. This is about your collective. So they're asking me to remind you about the 5 people closest to you. You know how that saying goes, and I don't know who was what motivational speaker came up with it, but the 5 people closest to you is what your life is about, or something like that. The 5 people is closest to you is what your life is going to be, how you're going to react, how you're going to act. This is true, but we're thinking much bigger than that. We're thinking globally. So this collective that is your collective is the energy that you feel around you, is the energy that is around your essence. This is what they want you to draw closer. This is what they want you to feel into and then express, however it is that you're going to express it. So they're saying this is turning into more of a lesson than a prediction, but it's moving you to 2023. There are some other things that are coming in, and I'm not really sure what they're about, but something about Russia. There's going to be something in Russia that's going to happen that we're going to be a big part of. And when I say we, I mean the United States is going to be a big part of this. They're also taking me to the atmosphere. They're saying these changes in the atmosphere are also part of this watershed. The start of it was a virus and just, clearing out the virus. But now it's turning into the atmosphere. We saw the animals were affected. And now the atmosphere will be affected. That's why we're having the weather conditions. That's why we're having very unusual weather conditions. We all know this. But they're saying that all of this is in preparation. It's not a scary thing. It's not a doomsday thing. But we will all survive it. Well, those who are meant to will survive it. And they're saying that this is part of the, this was always part of the plan. They're saying that this was always part of the plan. The most important thing they want to express for 2023 going forward is that, yes, it is a 7-year, it is a spiritual year, but most importantly, it is your collective. And it is time for you to rise above the things that bog you down on a daily basis and put your attention on your consciousness, put your attention on your mindfulness. They're also showing me a diamond shape. It's almost like sacred geometry is coming in now, sorry. They're showing me a diamond shape, and within that diamond, there are other diamonds. So there's like 4 diamonds connected. And they're saying the facets of your life. So health, wealth, happiness, health, wealth, happiness, and good fortune. So when they say good fortune, it's not the same as wealth. Good fortune, in the way that they're explaining it, is like so they're saying fortune, good fortune. So predictions, fortune, like telling your fortune, are good. So going forward, be a projection of it. Be a projection of your good fortune. Okay. So it's kind of like abundance. People talk about abundance, and they talk about abundance being in wealth or, abundant living. This is good fortune. We have the ability to live in good fortune. Actually, that's very beautiful. I love the way they put that. They're also asking me they're asking me to draw a card. I didn't know this was going to happen, but fortunately my cards are sitting right here, and there might be a reason for that. Let's see. Now, I'm going to give you a forewarning. This might be a little scary for most, but this is how we're ending 2022. And it's the Tower. Now, for those of you who understand tarot, just know that the Tower means the end of a cycle. So going out of 2022, we're coming to the end of a cycle. The card is 10, 16. That's perfect. The number is 16. And we know by the things that we've been seeing on Allow and Flow, 1 and 6, or on the Facebook page that Jan's been posting, 1 and 6 together is a 7. And we've been talking about the 7-year. So this is just saying just that. We are coming out of the turmoil, out of the watershed, out of the end of a cycle. We're coming out of the cycle and moving towards the 7-year. What a great way to finish up this. I like that we did it this way, and I'm happy that I was able to do a recording and just allow that to flow through. I don't know what I've said. I'm going to have to go back and listen to it. But regardless of whatever I've said is whatever was meant to be said. So know that too, that when you are feeling like you are channeling information, it's information that needs to be said, whether it's for you or someone else. It doesn't matter whether you understand it or not. It doesn't matter. It's just what flows through, and it's what's meant to be. So I've enjoyed doing this. I hope you enjoy watching it. Have a great 2023.